Okay, so I'm over here at Palma Airport, but I'm not here to take a flight. Now, you may remember on my last journey through the airport, we saw considerable building works taking place outside of Terminal A, which is the area where flights arrive and depart from the United Kingdom and to other third countries too. We also saw, coming back into Palma Airport as well, considerable building works after the arrivals point, after border control too. So why am I here? Well, I've been invited by the airport to check out what's going on over here over the winter period, what renovations are taking place, how it's going to make your journey better moving on to next summer. So come on, let's go and find out what it's all about. So, the director of Palma Airport, Thomas Melger, talked through the plans for this €559 million expansion plan. Included in this will be major developments to the Terminal or Module A area, which handles flights going to and from the United Kingdom. Now, it's great news that we'll see this entire area improved and expanded, and your walk from check-in will be much shorter. Now, we saw the work starting this summer, but the whole area will be made much bigger to cope with the increased demand for holidays. And as you may well have heard me mention, in Terminal A during the summer, it did feel a little bit cramped, particularly during the storms and also when flights were delayed and we had a lot of passengers waiting. So the good news is that they're going to make this whole area bigger, and there'll be a glass ceiling and more natural light coming through to the waiting area and improved air conditioning too. We will also see 3 further boarding points too, which will hopefully reduce the number of passengers that will have to be bussed out onto the runway too. But the other big change will be the old security area, which will be converted into a lovely duty-free area and restaurant area, which in recent years started to feel very cramped and claustrophobic with a huge number of passengers travelling. So this new area is going to be very, very light as well. They're going to improve the lighting here, and it's going to take a little longer to open up as works go on through the winter, but it should all be ready for the new summer season. So with the presentation over, we headed out over to the terminal to go and take a look at the new security area. And we can see that renovations already have started in the arrivals area. And of course, many of these car hire centres have now closed. Now, the aim of the new security area is to speed up the security process check area, and 2 more belts are going to be added to this area too. Okay, so we have an exclusive here. We are looking at the brand new security area for over at Palma Airport, and it's probably going to be the only time that I can film this. Now, you can see that it's going to operate in pretty much a similar way that we see airports operating in the United Kingdom. We're going to have the trays that pop out here, where you put everything into the trays and they will then go through the security scanners. There'll be no need to separate your liquids, there'll be no need to take out your laptops either. All electronics will go through. Hopefully they'll have the liquid limits reduced as well as we go on into 2025. We know that's been an issue over in the UK regional airports at the moment, and indeed throughout Europe. But this is going to be the brand new area, and this is going to lead directly towards the gates. So there'll be no need to go up to the 4th floor, walking out through duty free and then going down towards the gates. Okay, so before I continue, on the launch day today of the new security area, and this is the 6th of November, I've heard that there are a few teething problems and delays to the transition to this new security area, so allow extra time for your journey. So what would take less than 10 minutes is taking around 30 minutes, so don't leave arriving to the airport any less than 2 hours before your flight is due to depart to get through this new security system. Also, just to note too that there is no fast lane or fast track through security. This isn't up and running yet. When it is, I'll let you know, but for the time being, everyone has to come through this same area. But as with everything, these teething problems, I'm pretty sure, will resolve themselves soon. Okay, so we've just come out of the brand new security area. So we're going to see actually there'll no longer be a need to go upstairs to the security area from the check-in area. From the check-in gates, once you've checked in for your flight, you're going to go straight through the new security system, and they're going to have the brand new security scanners in place. They're not going to have the whole fourth floor security checkpoint any longer. Now, this is going to mean that you'll walk towards your gate. If you're going from Module A, from Terminal A, it's going to be a lot shorter. Might be a little bit longer going through Terminal C for flights going into Europe, but they've tried to streamline the whole redevelopment of Palma Airport to make sure passengers who come in and out of the airport pass through the airport a lot more quickly and efficiently to cater for the high number of travellers that we have coming through Palma Airport every single year. Okay, so we can see the signs being taken down already here in the airport for the security area, because now you're just going to have to go straight ahead from the check-in desks. There's no need to go up towards the fourth floor. And what about special assistance? Well, the special assistance desk will be in the same area as before. Check out my video all about accessibility in Mallorca. I shall link it below, and I'll link it at the end of this video. But check-in teams anyway will advise where you need to go, and they'll update you if there are any changes to this. And I also hope to bring you more information about special assistance at Palma Airport very soon on this channel, so stay tuned for that too. And regarding border control, well, I have no news about whether wait times during the summer will be improved for anyone travelling through Terminal or Module A, heading towards the United Kingdom. The area you can see has been expanded, but this is managed by the National Police and not by the airport. So let's see if I can get you some information for 2025. Now, I've said it before, but this security check is still required if you're travelling in from a third country, so from the United States or from the United Kingdom, and it also needs to be put in place to fulfil Brexit and as England's status as a third country and no longer part of Europe. Now, there'll also be a similar expansion over at Terminal D, which also handles flights to and from the mainland, the Spanish mainland, but this is also designed to make your journey through faster and more efficient. And if you're taking an inter-island flight, then it'll feel more like taking a bus, and access to and from your flight will be made even shorter through Terminal or Module B. If you fancy doing some island hopping during your stay, just bear that in mind. It's going to be a lot more simple. And we will also see the TIB and the EMT buses relocated around the area of the current express parking area. So in the meantime, follow the signs to the buses and also to the taxis until changes take place. Now, don't forget, I'll make a full guide to how to navigate your way around the airport for 2025 when all the improvements have been made. Now, it's going to be really exciting to see the developments taking place over the winter months. I'm going to be back through the airport as well, be obviously travelling over the winter as well, so I'll try and give you some updates along the way too. If you have any questions about the airport, please drop them below, and I shall chat to our friends over at Palma Airport and get you some answers as well. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching today. Don't forget to consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already for all the very best holiday news from over here in Mallorca, travel guides, travel tips and more. Okay everyone, thanks for watching. I shall see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.